council meeting. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Can we begin with roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Detterman.
Here.
Seeley.
Here.
Davis. Here. Oberon.
Here.
Mussman.
Here.
Kearns.
Here.
Councilmember Detterman.
Thank you, Your Honor. Approve minutes of the regular city council and committee of the whole meetings of June 10th, 2025, and they be approved as published on June 21st, 2025. Move that to be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on the minutes? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
All right. We have our first proclamation declaring May 2025 as Foster Care Month. I will throw a caveat there. This was my fault. I didn't get it turned in time for the May 24th meeting, and then we had a scheduling conflict the first meeting in June, so we're doing it now because this still is an important thing that we wanted to have on here. And we have Liz Estilow here as well, and she'll say a little something after I read this here. So, whereas the City of Clinton recognizes that nothing is more precious in our community than the growth and development of our children, and every young person deserves a safe, loving, and stable home. And whereas foster care plays a vital role in providing safe and nurturing environments for children and youth in need. And whereas foster, kinship, and adoptive families open their hearts and homes to children whose families are in crisis, play a vital role in helping children and families heal and reconnect, thereby launching young people into successful adulthood. And whereas a strong network of community partners, including local nonprofits, volunteer mentors, educators, and government agencies, helps create a support system that uplifts youth in care and promotes long-term stability and well-being. And whereas the City of Clinton acknowledges the essential work of these individuals and organizations and encourages more residents to become involved, whether by fostering, advocating, or supporting families in their community. Now, therefore, be it resolved, I, Scott Maddasion, Mayor of the City of Clinton, do hereby proclaim May 2025 as Foster Care Month in the City of Clinton, Iowa, and urge residents to recognize the significance of foster care and honor the individuals and organizations committed to improving the lives of children and youth in foster care. In witness whereof, I hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Clinton to be affixed this 24th day of June 2025. All right, Liz, come on up.
Hi, everybody. I just want to thank you for letting me have, for doing this for Scott, and then for just letting me have a minute. I work for Four Oaks Family Connections, and we recruit, license, and train all foster families in the state of Iowa, all 99 counties. We are contracted with HHS. We are in critical need of foster homes here in Clinton County, here in Clinton. We've had 6 placements in the last 6 days. 3 did go to a kinship family. However, the last 3, even one that was placed today, they went down to Muscatine County. Our kids are being pulled. And they're not staying in their communities. So not only do they have the trauma of being removed from mom and dad, now they have the trauma of leaving schools, leaving activities, leaving the parks that they know, leaving the restaurants they know, just the community that they have. We need homes. We need any kind, we just need loving, supporting, stable homes. I've got some flyers. You can visit iowafosterandadoption.org. You have to be 21 years of age. You do not have to be married. You do not have to own your own home. You just have to be able to parent and show stability and love to these kids that need it. They truly do. It's really, really hard. I also run my Gear Outreach, which we give welcome backs to kiddos for foster care. We're extremely busy. We're in 9 counties, but I started here in Clinton. We're celebrating our 10th year coming up in September, and I just, if you have a place of business, if the police department will come and let me talk, just anybody to hear about the need and how you can learn to become a foster or adoptive parent right here in Clinton. So thank you.
All right, thank you. And we have a copy of this as well, if you would like one. Okay, do we have somebody for this proclamation, or is it me as well?
I think it's you too. They never got back to me for a reader.
Okay, perfect. All right, proclamation, I'm in trouble with that word today, declaring June 28th, 2025 as Community is Stronger Than Cancer Day. Whereas there are more than 18 million people with a history of cancer living in the United States, and whereas more than 2,041,910 individuals in the United States may be diagnosed with cancer in 2025, and whereas a 2016 report estimated that at least 2.8 million people provided care to a person with cancer in the United States in a given year, and those individuals spent on average of 32.9 hours a week providing that care. And whereas the 2025 Cancer in Iowa report by the Iowa Cancer Registry estimates that 21,200 Iowans will be newly diagnosed with invasive cancer and approximately 6,300 Iowans are expected to die from cancer in 2025. While Iowa holds the distinction of having the second highest and fastest rising cancer incident rate in the United States, and whereas Community is Stronger Than Cancer Day celebrates the community that comes together to support cancer patients, survivors, caregivers, and their loved ones. And whereas Community is Stronger Than Cancer Day was first celebrated in 2021 by 175 cancer support community and Gilda's Club locations across the country, providing community-based support to patients, survivors, and caregivers who have experienced a cancer diagnosis. And whereas Community is Stronger Than Cancer Day will be celebrated by 196 locations in 2025, and whereas in 2024, 643,068 people visited cancer support community adult programs, and 102,690 individuals participated in cancer support community, child, teen, and family programs, calling upon their communities for support, education, healthy lifestyle, and social events. Whereas Iowa is home to approximately 171,535 cancer survivors, about 5.4% of the state's population, who face ongoing needs for surveillance, treatment of late effects, nutrition, physical activity support, tobacco cessation, mental health care, and community resources, underscoring the vital need for sustained survivorship programs. Whereas our community is truly stronger than cancer, now therefore be it resolved that June 28, 2025 is to be known as Community is Stronger Than Cancer Day. In witness whereof, I, Mayor Scott Maddasion, hereunto set my hand and cause the seal of the City of Clinton to be affixed this 24th day of June 2025. All right. Moving on to public hearings. We will convene a public hearing concerning contracting with East Central Intergovernmental Association, ECIA, for grant administration for the 25-DTR-005 Downtown Revitalization Award of $650,000 Community Development Block Grant CDBG funds to make improvements to the ANKENY building and 220 Fifth Avenue South. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any citizens that are in the room or online that would like to address this public hearing? All right. Liz? I think you're muted. Still
Can you
can't
hear
hear you. Steven, is there a way for you to unmute her? Could you try again for us, Liz?
Anything now?
We're still not hearing you.
I don't know. Here.
Will that make a difference?
It won't even let me write a chat. I don't know.
It's worth a shot.
Yeah. How about now, Liz?
I can hear you.
Oh, we got you now.
Got me now? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Might be a little echo, Steven. I hit the mic on the TV here.
Okay. I was going to try to write a chat message, but no, we're happy to get started on this. It's been a challenge to get it to this point, but the funds have been awarded. We have a kickoff meeting with all interested parties on Thursday. Sarah Plumman from the state is coming in to meet with us to get things going. That's all I really have. You know, it's a good project. I was
Awesome.
thrown into it here, but I'm happy to be on board.
All right. Well, thank you for being here. We appreciate that. Is there any council members that would like to address the public hearing?
Uh-oh, did I goof it up now?
All right. Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Yeah. Councilmember Seeley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the contract for the 2025 Community Development Block Grant Administration to East Central Intergovernmental Association for facade improvements to the ANKENY building.
Councilmember Sealer, hold on a sec. I remuted it, Stephen. Test, 1, 2, 3. No. Test, 1, 2, 3. I tried it both muted and unmuted, and I echo.
Can you turn your volume back down? Didn't you turn the volume up on there?
Oh, it's still down.
Right here. That's muted. I heard you go twice.
Oh,
Hey, Liz, could you mute yourself, see if that makes a difference?
Sure.
That's probably what it
Okay.
is.
Nope,
No? Jeez.
it's the quantum universe.
All right.
Test,
There we
1, 2,
go.
3.
Perfect.
Thank you, Stephen.
All
You're
right,
awesome.
Councilmember Seeley.
Thank you, Your Honor. And 220 Fifth Avenue South, the
You going to start over?
IEDA contract number 25 DTR 005. I move this resolution be adopted as read.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Detterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
We'll convene a public hearing concerning the proposed sale of 935 11th Avenue South to Chris Frazier for $500. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any citizens that are in the room or online that would like to address this public hearing? Council members to address the public hearing? All right, hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Oberon.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution authorizing sale of 935 11th Avenue South to Chris Frazier for $500. I move this resolution be adopted as presented.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers. Yes. Detterman. Yes. Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Abstain.
Kearns.
Yes.
All right, we will convene a public hearing concerning the proposed sale of 721 South Sixth Street to Bzzzy B Properties for $100. Have we heard anything in the clerk's office?
No, Your Honor.
Is there any citizens or in the room or online that would like to address the public hearing? Any council members?
I received a call wanting to know if this was put out to bid or if there were any walkthroughs scheduled, because there is somebody else that's interested in the property. And I don't know the answer to that.
We're going to find out.
It had already gone out for bid, and then we pulled it back from that person that bid on it. So it was actually going to the demolition list as council's directives before, once we pulled it back.
And when did we, I don't recall,
Nope,
just
it's-
remind me. When did we pull it back?
We took it back just a few months ago.
Okay,
It was just a few months ago we found, it took us about a year to get title back to it. Because the person who bought it failed to follow through on the contract.
okay.
And he
then
made more
we-
work to it.
It's not our procedure to put a walkthrough again?
No, typically
goes
we
back
put
up?
them, because it failed, we were directed then to put them back out, or just put them to the demolition list. It has a lot of work to do to it. I mean, it was, and Rex offered when he was there to board it back up for us. He submitted it. It was just,
Okay.
I know Krista, the neighbor, did call regarding it.
He asked about it before Rex put in the bid. And I sent him the pictures, and then he got a letter as well letting him know that Rex was bidding on it. And I didn't hear anything
Well, I mean, is
back
there
from him.
enough interest that it needs to go to bid at this point? I don't know. I mean,
I thought we just put it out to bid and didn't it get set for a public hearing so anyone could have bid on it, right?
With the public hearing, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
okay. All right.
When, I forget, when do we do the walkthroughs?
When we first put them out,
Okay.
it's been out, it was bought. That person failed to complete the contract.
Yep.
So we took it back. And it's been the directive before because we've had a lot of problems with that. And when they're in this state, we just put it on the demo list.
Okay.
I did not think anybody would want to. Rex offered to
Yep,
make the
yep.
attempt and sink the money into it. So
And how many people walked through it the last time? Were there several?
I believe there was 4 or 5.
So I guess my question is, should we maybe not have contacted those 4 or 5? Not the
They
one that
walked
didn't
through it,
follow
if I
through.
remember correctly,
But none
only
of them
one
put a
bid
bid?
on it. I think
Oh,
only
okay.
1 or 2 bid on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I guess I would say that we should have contacted the 1 or 2, but,
I thought it was only one, Tammy, and I think it was
It
the one
could
that
be, it just-
defaulted.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I think it is.
If that's
There was
the
one.
I think it
case,
was.
If that's
I
the
do.
case,
I
then we
really
don't have
do.
an argument, so then we're
Because
not
I
gonna
think
worry
we
about it.
sold this for like 1,000 or 2,000
It was
initially.
1,000, yeah,
Yeah.
$1,000.
And then,
Okay. Then we've done everything
Yeah.
we should have done.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, all good.
Thanks, Tammy.
Anything else for the public hearing? Hearing none, we will close the public hearing. Councilmember Shemmers.
Your Honor, I have a resolution authorizing sale of 721 South 6th Street to Bzzzy B Properties for $100. I move the resolution be adopted as read.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers?
Yes.
Detterman?
Yes.
Seeley?
yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Oberon?
Yes.
Mussman?
Yes.
Kearns?
Yes.
All right, audience comment. I did not receive any yellow cards. Is there any citizens that would like to address the council on something that's not on the agenda? Don't see anybody online. All right, moving on. Councilmember Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would like to make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented on the attachment.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the consent agenda?
I'd like to pull 7M.
Okay.
7M.
Yes.
Anything else for the consent agenda? All right.
If you guys read it, I was at the zoning board again, but I don't think I need to pull it. Right? It's just the minutes. Okay. They're getting used to me.
All right. Can we have roll call on the balance of the consent agenda, please?
Councilmember Shemmers? Yes. Detterman?
Yes.
Seeley?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Oberon?
Yes.
Mussman?
Yes.
Kearns?
Yes.
Councilmember Seeley.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll make a motion. We receive, approve, and place on file claims listings 1, 2, 3, and 4.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion on the claims? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Shemmers? Detterman?
Yes.
Seeley?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Oberon?
Yes.
Mussman?
Yes.
Kearns?
Yes.
Councilmember Shemmers.
Your Honor, I have a resolution ratifying approval of a form of loan and disbursement agreement by and between the City of Clinton, Iowa, and the Iowa Finance Authority, and authorizing and providing for the issuance and securing the payment of $4,028,000 taxable loan sewer revenue capital loan notes, Series 2025 of the City of Clinton, Iowa, under the provisions of the Code of Iowa, and providing for a method of payment of said notes, and amending a prior motion to increase the principal amount NUNC pro TUNC. I move this resolution be adopted as Red.
All right. We have a motion and a second, and this was because we increased the amount the last meeting and we didn't need to,
Right.
right? So we're just confirming that we didn't need to raise the amount like we did with that motion. So is there anything else for that? I think that's pretty much it, right?
Not pro-tunk.
Yep, all right. Whatever that means. All right, can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Sherman?
Yes.
Fetterman?
Yes.
Seeley?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Oberon?
Yes.
Mussman?
Yes.
Kearns?
Yes.
Councilmember Mussman.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the grant application for the Timken Foundation and Langdale LaSalle Community Outreach Funds to purchase a fire prevention trailer. Move that it be adopted as presented.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this? Sir?
He's putting his butt.
No, I looked at the trailer. It looks pretty cool. So you guys just have to raise, what, another 56,000 between the three towns? Is that what it is? 59? Oh, I guess it depends if you get this, doesn't it? Or is this a sure deal?
This is a great opportunity that we ran into at the last Grow Clinton golf outing. Actually met with the Timken Drive's HR director, and they reached out and like, we really want to be able to assist the community. And I was like, hey, I got a project that actually assists two communities that you have departments in. So we worked together to come up with this plan.
Okay.
And their donation is considerable. And
Yeah.
I wanted to hurry up and get a resolution done so I don't pass up on the opportunity till the deadline doesn't come and go. But yes, the expectation is that the remaining funds do come through donations. We also have a training fund that is through donations that I would be able to use the funds for.
Cool. So all three fire departments are going to be trying to raise the,
Yes, the
The
hopes
rest
is,
of it.
well, I know the Comanche Fire Department has already raised 11,500.
Awesome. Good.
I haven't gotten any updates from Fulton as of yet. I would hope to be able to accomplish this even if their donation level is minimal.
yeah. And we'll be able to, you'll kind of be able to design this a little bit once you guys get the money and,
Yep, so we'll do a custom wrap on it.
Okay.
To, again, be able to pay tribute to the donators and,
that'd be cool. All right.
Perfect.
thanks, Mike.
All right. Any other discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Sherman? Fetterman?
Yes.
Seeley?
Yes.
Davis?
Yes.
Oberon?
Yes.
Mussman?
Yes.
Kearns?
Yes.
Councilmember Davis.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a resolution approving the 28E agreement between Clinton, Iowa, Comanche, Iowa, Clinton County, DeWitt, Iowa, and Grow Clinton for the retention of the lobbying firm Eid and Heisinger LLC doing DBA Walton. I move that it be approved as presented.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion on this?
Did we get our money's worth last time?
I guess it depends on what you consider getting your money's worth.
Do you feel we got our money's worth?
I think there's value having a lobbyist that's in touch with everything out there in the Capitol during the legislative session. I don't know how much influence that necessarily has in trying to get things changed, but they do give us a good update on everything that's going on. When we do have our Grow Clinton County Day, we got in front of influential people and we got the meetings that we needed to have. So they do a really nice job on that. But we've also probably not utilized them to the full capacity that we could as a city. I mean, obviously we do this as a county, but if we have initiatives in the city itself, then we probably, as a city, should up our game a little bit and have them work some stuff for us. And I think you probably could see more value if we did that. So I think on our side, we probably have not put enough effort necessarily into getting everything we could as a city out of them. I think the county as a whole, we do an okay job, but there should be some specific stuff from the city that we probably need to start using them. So, but I do think it's value to have them, but it's how we utilize it.
We haven't had anything since Hotel Motel.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
the fire insurance for.
Yeah. So I think for us, we need to, right now, we're working on the government committee of creating our legislative priorities for coming up to next year, because we've already, from Tom and some other folks, have got some ideas of what's going to be on their agenda. So we're trying to do that, to put that together. That just started at the last meeting that we had. So as a city, I think we should utilize the lobbyists better. And maybe we need to have a conversation with Matt, at the firm there to determine how we can do that. But that's my take. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Any other questions or discussion? All right. Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Summers.
Yes.
Gutterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Kearns.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have a ordinance I would like the council to consider for the third time and place the ordinance on its final passage for adoption.
Please read the title.
An ordinance amending the City Code Section 30.62 parentheses C regarding the Advisory Appointments Committee interview requirements.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Can we have roll call, please?
Councilmember Summers. Gutterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Kearns, 7M.
All right, let me get there. I don't have any problem with this, I just wanted to point out the letter that was received. This is regarding our sewer separation project, and so at the bottom of the letter, it says, please be advised that the EPA reserves the right to pursue appropriate enforcement actions for any violations discovered. And so I wrote to Matt and I said, by God, do we have any violations? Because this is a little, it sounds like a little bit much. And he proceeded to tell me that we are above board on all fronts, and I don't remember everybody that he named, but I know that it's a lot of our people in the field and that they're doing a stellar job. So in case anybody out, in the city reads this, I just want them to know that we do not have any violations, and we do not think there's going to be any that are discovered. So I would move that we pass this if everybody else is, unless, I'm good with it. I just wanted to make sure everybody knew that there were no issues.
Do you want me to add what we talked about? So
Sure, yeah, you can
this
give the
is-
kudos
Yeah,
to our-
yeah, this is Jason Kraft, this is Taylor Kleppe, and this is Brian Lemke and their teams, but this is, I think we talked about it back in March, because you asked a similar question, I don't know if you remember.
Did I?
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Is there another letter?
No, basically, we ended up doing a roll-up for this when the inspector came to town, but this is the combined sewer system, which right now we have only 20 miles left. I know it sounds like a lot, but it's not very much overall. And this is the 2005 combined sewer system. The city is on schedule to achieve average annual of overflows between 4 and 6 by 2037. But we're already there anyway. And a lot of those overflows happen, a combined sewer overflow happens on big river rises or big rain events. And we're really seeing a decrease in that. And I've said this before, I stole it from Jason Kraft, but the news he loves from the engineering department, you don't see the people coming in after a big rainstorm having issues with sewer in their basement for that. And then basically it shows cash flow report indicates that cash flow exceeds the estimated cost of all future projects as we work the ADM project, dollars and cents, of course, for that. And there was 9 minimum control pieces, and there's a few things we're going to work. A couple things like, because people just don't walk around saying combined sewers. So we're going to do some marketing downstairs and also in the lighthouse just to let them know what that means, what the other projects are coming up for them, so they can kind of read the heads up. But he was very impressed. I don't want to speak for him. Jason was present with that. They're very detailed in what they do, and as I was telling Councilmember Rhonda, there's a lot of times they put this note in here just in case anything comes along
Well,
later.
that sounds scary.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So I would make a motion that we receive, approve, place on file the review of inspection report for combined sewer system letter, EPA Region 7 Enforcement and Compliance Assurance Division.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Any other discussion? Can we have a roll call, please?
Councilmember Summers. Gutterman.
Yes.
Seeley.
Yes.
Davis.
Yes.
Oberon.
Yes.
Mussman.
Yes.
Kearns.
Yes.
Councilmember Oberon.
I move we adjourn to 5 PM, July 8th, 2025.
Second.
We are adjourned.
We have our next contestants, right?